Hi, I'm Chelsea Husum, your host of the Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, author, speaker, and mom of two. And I'm so tired of women not feeling like they can show up as fully expressed versions of themselves. So here, we're all about that unapologetically, because honestly, we don't have time not to. Literally, because we're busy as F moms and entrepreneurs, but also figuratively, because we don't know how much time we have on this planet, and we want to make an impact now. But if we're doing this, we're making it real vibes only. So let's get inspired, laugh our asses off, quite possibly cry, and feel like you're sitting on the couch with your bestie and a glass of wine. I'm so happy you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Husum. You guys, today I have my friend Astride here. Astride Mukabagula is a dedicated mother, accountant, auditor, mentor, career coach, and advocate whose life beautifully intertwines resilience, purpose, and service. As both a mother and a former foster youth, Astride has become a passionate voice for advocacy, championing children, families, foster youth, and individuals who face systemic and personal challenges. With a strong background in public accounting, she has built a career defined by integrity, excellence, and leadership, while also mentoring others to find their own professional and personal strength. Beyond her career, Astride is deeply committed to empowering her community through mentorship, service, and storytelling, inspiring others to rise above adversity and use their experiences as a force for change. Astride, I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you, Chelsea. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yes. Well, thank you. So I have to say how we met because I just I'm just so glad we met. We met, it was at the Denver Business Journal, Biz Mentoring, right? Event.
Yeah.
Gosh, was that this year? It was earlier in the year, right? I'm like, when was that? And I was there doing small, like a little presentation, and then she came up to me, we met, and then I love that you reached out to me afterwards, and we're like, hey, can we have coffee sometime? I would love to chat more. And we just had the best time at coffee. So I'm just so glad that I got to meet you and that our paths crossed at that point. So Astride, I would love to hear you talk. So you've lived both sides of advocacy. You are a mother of a child with special needs, and you also navigated the foster care system yourself. So tell me, how have those experiences shaped the way you show up as a person in the world today, as a parent and leader?
I mean, for just drawing from my experience in foster care, I think that whole journey really kind of prepared me for my my motherhood. Being a mother right now, it teaches you strength. It gives you strength and resilience. You start looking at life a little different. You have a different view of life. I mean, you become very strong because in foster care you go through different emotion and uh, yeah. So it makes you like emotionally and physically, you just become very mature, and you're ready to deal with any situation that might come up. Especially right now with my daughter being diagnosed and having to deal with that. The emotional and also the physical strength that takes to take care of her. I would
Mm-hmm.
say every journey that I've taken, especially the foster care journey, even coming here as a refugee, I think my life has really been a testimony. One is, it's living proof that you can really make the impossible become possible. Even with my daughter, I see her disability. I don't see it as a weakness in my view. I
Mm-hmm.
know everything is possible. She can grow up and become just a normal child. So I have that faith just from my experience, growing up and who I am today, who I became. It's like everything is possible. Although it gives me strength, it gives me stress to see her struggle, but I know as long as I become her advocate and provide to her everything she needs to strive, I think she can become very successful than me. So, so yeah, it just teaches you strength and perseverance and all of that. It just prepare me to what I have to deal with right now as a mother and what is yet to come.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love that. And you've been through a lot, and like a lot of people out there could make excuses, say, man, life's been tough. I'm not, and use that, all these things you've been through as excuses, but you're not doing that. You are just this positive person, and you're out there, you're looking at the positive in life. You're using everything, saying, you know what, I've been through this and it made me stronger, and I'm just going to keep going. Right. I love that you do that, because so many people could use that as an excuse to never really amount to anything in life, right?
Is born with the potential to become whoever they want to become. It
Yes.
doesn't matter if you came here as a refugee. It doesn't matter if you have a disability. It doesn't matter. As long as you don't give up. I feel like you only fail if you give up. As long as you keep going, keep moving. I mean, look at me. I decided to start back in college. I graduated at the top of my class, 4.0. I mean, with a distinguished award. And all my peers, they kind of, I mean, I'm just catching up now, but for someone like me who used to really do very well in school, even right now I do very well, I started to prioritize my kids and putting, because I wanted to build a family. So when I try to compare myself with my peer, I'm like, okay, maybe they're more successful than me, but I don't see it like that. I think my kids are my wealth, my kids are my riches. Like my kids are, you
Yes.
know, as long as I provide everything for them, so that I mean, they're my wealth. So let me just say that. So I'm focusing on them right now, managing motherhood, career, all of that at a pace that I can handle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say I know I will become greater than, so I'm just taking it day by day, but also having my priority in order. So, but back to what I said before, you can become whoever you want to become. You just have to, it's up to you, it's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you're showing your daughter what's possible, right? She knows you've been through a lot, and, life's not always been easy for and for all of us in different ways, but you are
Mhm.
showing her what's possible. And I think that's the biggest thing, is she can look to you and say, wow, my mom's been through a lot. My mom has just advocated for me, fought for me, right? When it wasn't easy. And so that's amazing that she's looking to you to show her you can do anything, and you're modeling that for her. You're proof. Astrid, I don't like, it was fine recording, and then that last part I can't hear. So I don't even know if it's like, if something's weird. I almost wonder, do you have a microphone or okay. Cause it was fine. And you're not touching anything. I don't know. It just like went really low.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Sometimes my computer can. Okay. Okay. Let's pull this up.
Okay.
Now, if you can hear me, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Yeah. I just like, I don't think that last one recorded anything. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll just re-ask that question. Sorry. But yeah, I don't think I couldn't hear you at all. So I don't think the editor could
Mm-hmm.
probably hear you either. Um, so let's see okay. I'm just going to go like this for my editor. I don't know. Okay. So, but I love with your daughter that you're showing that you have been the proof for her. You have shown her what's possible. And I think that's just so powerful. Like, you're advocating for her. She knows life's not always been easy, but she sees you out there, not making excuses, pushing through, and being stronger in the world. So talk to me about that, and how does that matter to her?
I mean, yeah, it matters for her knowing that, I have a mother who's very strong, who's never going to give up on me, who is showing up every day to just, help me from like become successful one day. So, why now, like I stated before, my kids are my priorities, especially her, because I know as why not she's still very young, she will need all the support that I can provide for her to actually build a good foundation for her to strive, because she has a lot of challenges that she's dealing with. So
Mm-hmm.
showing up for her, advocating for her, and just showing her what resilience is, and how her disability doesn't have to define who she will become. It's just part of
Mm-hmm.
life that she has to deal with. But
Yep.
as long as she keep, trying, and I think everything is possible for her. My life is kind of an example, and I'm there to set an example for her to look at me and say, "Oh, my mommy did this like this. Look at her. She
Mm-hmm.
came from this, and she was able to make things out of her life." So I want her to look at me as an example, and I'm her biggest advocate. So showing up for her every day, advocating for her, fighting for her, so that she can have all the opportunity that she needs to strive.
I love that. And we've talked about that because I had to become an advocate for my child as well. And they don't know when they're so young. It's a lot of work to figure out, like, first, what's going on, what's maybe struggles or challenges are they having, and we have to learn. It's not easy, but we have to learn to fight for them. And people might say, oh, they're fine, or oh, this or that. And we know our children, so
Hmm.
what is one of the hardest moments you faced being an advocate for her? Like, how did you find the courage to keep speaking up when maybe the system made it difficult?
Yeah, I mean, keep pushing. When you see something is not right, you just keep pushing for more, like maybe seeking second opinion,
True. Yeah.
looking for someone who is gonna listen to you. I mean, the the healthcare system here is kind of not that great. So you already are dealing with that, and then also being a minority is also a challenge. So you have to keep pushing. I'm very stubborn, so I think that is like, even if some people don't want to listen to you, it's just, you're fighting for your child. So
Yeah.
you have to just keep pushing. That's your child. Her life is at stake. So
Literally.
and then
Yes. Yes.
looking for people that would listen to you, if this place is not listening to you.
Hmm. Yeah, it is pushing through. And I love the second opinions, third opinions, all of that. And if someone you don't feel is actually listening to you and helping, there's other people out there to turn to. So I love that. Okay. So you've mentored a lot of people finding their footing and direction in life and career. So, what is
Mhm.
one message you wish that every young professional or foster youth could hear from you directly? If you could say one
Yeah.
thing to somebody kind of starting out that's maybe struggling a little bit, what would you say?
Yeah, it's hard because every time I go to this event and I meet with different foster youth, I have tears in my eyes because I used to be like one of them. And it's
Mm-hmm.
hard because the system is up against them. It's just like they're used to like life being like that. So when you try to speak to
Yeah.
them, it's hard for them to like have hope or even to listen
Yeah.
to you. So I
Yeah.
just wish sometime I can take their pain away. I can just say, okay, here's this and this and this and this. I will help you. Like hold your hand from step one to step. I'm not gonna let I'm not gonna let you go. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I would, if I could say one thing to someone who's starting up or a youth in foster care, is your someone. Finding someone who's gonna hold your hand, someone who's gonna be there for you, someone who's gonna give you hugs when you feel down, someone who's gonna call you and tell you everything is gonna be fine. Someone like that. There are good people out there. It's just like you have
Yeah.
to put yourself out there. Once you have that someone, you don't need five people. You just need one person who believes in you, who's never gonna give up on you. Once you have
Mm-hmm.
that someone, which is a mentor, there are different kind of mentor, but if you have that kind of mentor, you will really get to places. So I think finding the right mentor is one thing that would help you if you're just starting up, if you're in foster care. Yeah, finding that you're one person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not like, it's probably very easy with all these different situations and things that kids go through, right? To close yourself off to love and to
Mm-hmm.
to being open, right? But I love that too. Be open enough to find that one person that can change everything for you and can see you and love you, right? That's so
Yeah, I mean,
powerful.
Chelsea, that made such a big difference in my life because look at me, like no one from my family, like from Africa, because I was born in Africa. no one from my family ever knew what it means to get a master's degree, to get a bachelor degree. They don't even understand. They don't even understand what I do.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
even like having that person who even say congratulations on your graduation. I mean, I never heard that from any of my family. So
Mm.
having that really means a lot. So
Yeah, and you're out. I mean, that's huge. You're the first in your family to go to college. I am too. It's like, but yeah, to have somebody to acknowledge that huge monumental thing that you've just accomplished, right? And because
mhm.
it's that's hard when you're not hearing it from your family, but I love that you found your people, that you still got that. You still got filled up and loved and cared for in that way, right? All right,
Yeah.
so let's see. Let's see. I have so many questions for you. Okay. So, integrity and leadership are major themes in your story and just how you show up in the world. So, what do you think true leadership looks like? And like for women, maybe balancing a million different things too.
hmm I think the true leadership is one is listening to your people, right? So what makes a firm very successful is the people. Number one is the client. Number two, the client. So I think once you start listening to your people, like what your employee need or people that you are supervising, I'm a senior, I'm a supervisor. I do work with staff. So being there for them, being a mentor for them, even giving them advices, I think that's leadership, helping them improve in their career, giving them getting taking time out of your day to like teach them stuff to help them so that they can also get to where you are. So I think it's like mentorship and having time to teach the people, and also leadership has so many pieces to it, and also being there for your client, listening to your client's needs. Like me, I'm an auditor, but I just don't look at just the what I'm auditing. I also look at I put in so much effort to try to understand my client's business, so that I can know what they might need, what they need. Beside the services that I'm providing, what else is my client struggling with? How could I be a help to my client? That would include things like, obviously we have to be independent as an auditor, but looking at just their overall operation and see what else they might need, and then maybe giving them referral or recommendation,
Mm-hmm.
no, refers to things. So I think that that's also showing up for your community, like volunteering, especially right now that with everything that is going on in the community right now. With like
Yeah.
last week, I spent 4 hours of my day, I think 3 hours and a half, volunteering at the food at the Rockies.
Yeah.
Stacking food because they're gonna have some carton snap, and these food bank are really going to be very helpful for people who are not going to have their SNAP benefits for November. So we've spent
Yeah.
some of my time, doing that, helping with the food packaging and all of that. So I think showing up for your community too, looking deeper into the issues that your community is facing or your professional is facing, like the accounting professional. Like right now we have a very deficit in like number of minority or people of color in accounting, and we
Mm-hmm.
see a decline there. So how could you what can you do, what can I do as an auditor to help my professional? Because I love audit and I want more people like look like me to join the profession. What can I do? So one thing that I've done is joining the diversity and inclusion group and doing different initiative, planning different initiative at the like colleges, where I just go and speak to different minority students and getting them interested in in accounting. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sitting down, Chelsea. I'm doing things in the background.
Yep.
What that includes helping my client, helping my firm, GSJ here. We are growing. We just opened an accounting and we just opened an office here in Denver. And one of that is making sure that we like go on market here, getting clients, all of that. So I'm working with my team to expand and to get, to grow the market here in Denver. So I'm showing up in different aspect of life,
Hmm.
in my firm, and in my community, and also as a mother, being a leader in my house and showing up for my kids and helping my husband, mentoring people, and it's so many different things. So that's leadership.
I love
I
all
think,
of that.
in short, leadership is rising above and beyond your normal limitation. So I
Mm.
think that's.
Yes, I love that. I completely agree. In my keynote speech I'm developing, I'm talking about vulnerability as a leader, and we are all humans first. So how powerful is it when you're a leader and like your team getting to know these people as a person, as a human? What have they been through in life? What gets them out of bed in the morning? Who do they live for, right? What are the most important things to them? That's so powerful, so that your employees know she cares about me. You know what I mean? It's not just about work. She cares about me as a human. So that's so powerful. And I completely agree. And,
Mhm.
it's not, with all the things that you're juggling, you're a working mother, you're volunteering, you're advocating, you're giving back. Like, that's a lot. But that says a lot about you, who you are as a person, and what you believe in and value. So, I just want to applaud you. Like, you've been through hard times, but you are out there showing people that this is possible. This is, and you're giving back. You're not like, oh, I'm just at home watching my favorite TV show every night, right? Like, you're busy and you're taking time out of your life to give back to people and to inspire people. Like you said, women who look like you hey, get into this industry. It's an amazing industry, right? Like, we need more representation. So that's just, yeah, that's amazing that you're walking the walk. You're living what you're saying. You're modeling that for everyone.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to preach. You have to preach. You have to. How do they say it? Preach what you do. So it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're doing what you're wanting others to do, and you're, leading by example. Okay, let's see. So how do you take care of yourself as a woman, as a person, with juggling all these things? Because I know
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time. So
Yeah.
how are you taking care of yourself?
Oh, taking care of myself, I think my health is very important because I love my kids. I want to be there for my kids. Like, if I love my kids and I know God gave us this life, it's a gift from God. So I have to protect my health because it's a gift. So
Yes.
doing that, because I love God and I love my kids and I love the body that He gave me. So I try to eat healthy and I try to exercise sometimes when I can. And I think mentally, things that makes me feel great is meditation.
Yeah.
And here, just one of the things I like, we have the app, the Calm app, which is like an app that helps you meditate. So I spend like about 15 minutes of my day to like meditate. But that also includes listening to gospel music and also listening to just moving music that would will put me in a mood for the day. And then just 15 minutes that include praying and meditation together included. So that mentally that helps me a lot. And also I love to go out to explore new
Yeah.
places, like driving around with just me, my husband, and my kids in my car, and just going to nowhere. And then
Yeah.
also discovering like new restaurant. I love food, so
I do
I
too.
love good food. So that's, I think. And also I have to say this: I don't do it often, but I love to wear nice. Like, I love to dress up. Like, sometimes I love to
Yeah.
dress up. So
You
that,
do. When we had coffee, you looked gorgeous. You had this beautiful dress on and you're just like rocking it.
yeah. So I think I don't like, normally when I dress up, I feel like physically and inside I feel good. So those things really, taking care of my health, taking care of my kids, spending time with my kid, cooking too. I love to
Mm,
cook. I
mm.
love to cook. I mean, like I said, I cook every day, fresh food. So because I'm used to like Africa, we cook things from, fresh. So I like my kid to eat fresh food, like not processed food. Like I try really hard, even if it means to go late in bed, it's just making sure my kids have. So that too. So that's what I do to take care of myself.
I love all of that. It's true. I've had a few things over the last years that have made me realize if you when your health is taken away, that makes life very difficult or nearly impossible, right? And in we all know people that have gone through really tragic things that they can't move anymore or they have a disease or something. And I agree, your health, really, your physical and mental health really need to be a top priority, because if you don't have those things,
Hmm.
everything else becomes so much more difficult.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That also include like going to your physical checkup, doing your
Yes.
prevention appointment, doing all of that. That's taking care of yourself, having a therapist, for your mental health. If you have
Yes.
questions, things that are
I love
bothering you, you need to talk to
therapy.
someone. So all
Yeah.
of that.
Yes, very true. I'm glad you brought that up. It is true. And, therapy is fantastic, but maybe there's people out there that can't afford it. Well, find someone in your life that you trust, that you can be yourself completely, and talk to them if you're going through things. We all need that, whether it's paying for a therapist or someone that we trust, a family member or friend that we could do that to. But I love that you do things that just bring you joy, like cooking. It is powerful when you dress up and you put on those clothes, how differently you show up in the world, right? Like I sometimes I'm like, I'm in workout gear for a lot, or I look ridiculous. And then when you finally like put on some real clothes, girl, and go out, and it does change how you show up and walk into the world, right?
Yeah, I love when you put up your pink outfit too. You also like the kind of the same thing. You love to dress up, so yeah,
I do. And I will
yeah,
say it's like 5% of my time that I actually have my hair and makeup done and like have my like fun outfit on. The rest of the time I'm looking pretty rough, but then I'm like, okay, I get my little fixes when I go glam it up, right? But then,
yeah,
yeah, then I'm like at home, like I should probably shower today and, you know, put on some good, decent clothes today.
yeah.
All right. Well, if there's anything you would leave us with, like what are you in life? What are you like thinking is most important to you right now? Like if you could say one thing to us all, what is your biggest thing you're like focused on right now?
Like I think the biggest thing is really going, like every day you have to meditate on your life, like things that you're doing, things that you can do different, things that like giving evaluating yourself. I would say,
Yeah.
but one thing is really having as a mother. I think the society has put such a what do you say? It's like you can't have both. You can have a career. You can be a mother, and you can do like no 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 no. You have to stop putting limits on your life. You can be a mother. You can be a successful woman. You can run a business and have as many kids as you want. No, 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 excuse
Yep.
my language. But I say, be as a mother. Don't have a limit on your life. Like, if you want kids, go ahead and have them. You just, you can't put a stop on your life. But once you have them, you have to have priorities. You have your to do list, your things, what is my like priority number one. So having that will help you find the balance, and then being very intentional about how you spend your time every day. That's very important because from the time you wake up, what are you gonna do? Like I said, one thing is prioritizing my health because I know I want to be there for my kids. So maybe taking 10 minutes, 20 minutes of your time, 30 minutes, 15 minutes meditating, and then another 20 minutes, however many times you can, maybe doing some little exercise, and then also eating healthy, taking care of yourself, and also I think having being attention about your time, having priorities, and then also I think that would help you just manage everything very well. So, and then also remember to give back to your community because you can change someone's life. You can change. someone's life. Look at me, people that
Truly.
invested. You took some time out of your day to come and meet me. Now we're friends.
Yes.
Just seeing it like an investment, not just as a waste of time, because the time
Mhm.
you spend to like share your word of wisdom with me is something I'm gonna learn from you that I'm also going to go back and share with somebody. You don't
Mhm.
know, maybe it will change someone's life. You don't need to be a preacher to perform miracle. Like I said,
Mhm.
everything is possible. And then if those things comes from different things, motive, like people that speak wisdom, power into you,
Mhm.
like you've done to me, like other people
Mhm.
have done to me. So things like that, showing up for your community, for your people.
Yes, I love all of that. Wait, that was the perfect, yes, way to leave it. Thank you. Well, I so appreciate you and thank you for coming on and sharing your story, your wisdom, things you've been through, things you've learned. So where can our listeners find out more about you and connect with you?
My name is Astride Mukabagula on LinkedIn, or my Instagram handle is the same. So you can connect me on through that, or you can shoot me an email. My last name Mukabagula at gmail.com. So
And I will put
yeah,
all your links in the show notes too. So please go connect with her. Astrid, I'm just so grateful we met and thank you so much. I so appreciate you.
thank you so much, Chelsea. Appreciate
Yes.
it.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
everyone. Thank you so much for listening and we'll see you next time. Always remember, no BS, just real vibes. Have a great day.
Thank you.
If you loved the episode, share it on Instagram and tag me so I can say thank you and meet you. Or share it with a girlfriend who you know would love this too. Always remember, no BS, just real vibes. See you next time on Lip Service and Lashes.